Hey guys, this is Kami Ken, and nobody cares how hard you work. I was speaking to a friend many years ago, actually, and he was asking me, why don't people buy my comic? Like, why aren't people buying my work? I worked so hard on it. Like, can't people see that? And I wanted to tell him right then and there, no, nobody can see that, and nobody cares. But I told him, like, you know, what you tell any friend that's like kind of struggling with their work, you just tell them like, yeah, man, I don't know, I don't understand it either, man. Like, people just aren't seeing the value in your stuff. Like, yeah, maybe there's something you could do in the marketing, or some way you could convince people, like, show them like what they're missing out on and that kind of stuff. But in my head, I was thinking, I guess nobody really cares. Like, in my head, I was thinking, do people really care how hard you work? Because they can't really see that. They can't really see all that stuff. They don't see the nights that you spent alone making the page. They don't see all the hardships that you're going through. They don't see the fact that you gave up and sacrificed certain opportunities just to have the ability to draw one more line on your page and get it out there. All they see is the page itself. And on that page is where they judge whether they want to keep reading or not. They don't really care how hard you worked on it. And it's not because they don't want to care. And it's not because they're trying actively not to care. It's just that it's impossible to see it really. The only thing that really matters in comics is, did the reader keep reading? Did they like it enough to actually want to buy the comic book? And did they keep buying after the first book that you created? Like, the only thing that matters in comics is the result. Like, the end result. Like, how many customers did you create with this new work or this IP that you created? If the result is zero, it might have been your marketing, it might have been your efforts to get it out there, but it has almost a reader's retention has almost nothing to do with their knowledge of your sleepless nights, the blood, sweat, and tears you put into it. It has nothing to do with that. And they can't see it and they don't care. Nobody cares. The only thing that really matters is the result. Did they keep reading? Did they want to keep reading? And the only way that people would care about how hard you worked on the thing is if the result is actually good. If the result is so good that it's praiseworthy and everyone wants to see it and everyone wants to read it and they can tell their friends about it, that's what actually matters. Like, that is what people actually care about. Like, when it's actually good enough to where people want to recommend it to their friends. In fact, this is a marketing thing that that Seth Godin said. That one of my friends, Joe Catapano, he told me this is what they said on a marketing podcast. He said, you want the work to be so good that a person's status is raised by recommending it to their friends. Like, when, let's say, when One Punch Man season 1 was coming out, you got a raise in status by telling other people about it and getting them to enjoy it with you. It's like, oh, I put you on to that. That person gets status from you recommending them a cool new comic. Like, let's say the One Punch Man manga. Like, oh, there's panels in this manga that are actually animated when you flip the pages back and forth. It's created by this 5-star top tier artist. It's written by a great writer. Like, check this out. And then that person gains status when the other guy is like, whoa, this is amazing. Like, can I read more? Where can I get more of this stuff? And that's what people care about. But you can see everything that I'm talking about in the way that people are reacting to One Punch Man season 3. I guarantee you that the creators, the artists, the animators that are working on that season are working their butts off. They're working to the bone to put that stuff out there. But it's not at a quality where anyone is happy with. Like, it is not at a quality that people are enjoying. People are openly berating it. People have gotten the director to quit social media because he was tired of all the insults to the production that he was working on. People do not care at all how hard the creators or the animators worked on that season. And all that mattered was the result. And the result is so bad. I haven't even watched it myself. I haven't watched anything past season 1. Just because I personally haven't been into One Punch Man over the years. But nobody cares about how hard the animators are being worked to the bone over there. They just care about the results. The final result is so lackluster that people are complaining openly online. And that's because this first season gathered such a fan base that it's always that every subsequent season is always being compared to that first one. And they're lucky to even have that hatred, because as an indie creator, most people don't even care enough to tell you that this sucks. Like, if they read your stuff and it's not up to par or it's not good, they'll just leave and never come back, and that's it. Until you find a way to connect with readers in their language, in a way that they understand. But until you find that way to connect to readers, people will not jump onto your story. Like, they just don't care. They don't care how much work you put into it at all. They don't care about your sacrifices. They don't care about none of that. It's always the cold, hard result. Did you move them? Did you move the reader or not? That's what I always thought about. And what I always aim to try to do with my stories. And what I'm aiming to do with my latest story, Saintly. Saintly is a demon chase horror comic about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed money from. And it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop Demon Hunters without the K-pop. And basically, these demons back the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And basically, you'll get to see how her choices pan out through the course of the story and where she ends up. And hopefully that can relate to where you might be in your creative journey in your life, and show you a thing or two about how someone might deal with a situation like that. But that's all for today. That's the only thought I had today, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.